All right. Hello, just Frogget here, also known as Lana. I'm just going to wait and see if a bunch of people come in. If not, I'm on my own. That's okay. Get used to it or whatever after a while. So I'm just crocheting, working on the blanket till I get some people in here. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Hey, Yolanda, how's it going? Glad to see ya. I wasn't going to use StreamYard today, but YouTube's being funny with my webcam. So, as you can see, my webcam is working. So, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Only because I found out in the last couple days that StreamYard, if you don't pay the monthly fee or whatever, you only have 20 hours of live stream that you're allowed to use during a whole month. And I was at 13 hours. So yeah, I'm almost there. So I'll have to try and figure that out before tomorrow evening for my scheduled live on Monday. But I don't know if maybe it's that Nightbot I tried to. I have to figure out how to get rid of him. I'd uninstall him or something. See if I can find out where he is in here and get rid of him. Let's see if I can find him. If he'll let me. Maybe not. I don't know then. Anyways, I'm going to have to figure that out. Hey, May, how are you? Almost at Nightbot is tricky. I know I can't find him now because my streaming with my webcam on just straight YouTube was working just fine before I was messing with that yesterday. Now I got to find it and get rid of it because I don't want it anymore, but it's going to not let me stream live. I don't know how to get rid of him. I don't. I'll figure it out though. Hopefully. I don't know how to get rid of him. I don't. Let's see. What's this? Nothing. Options. I'll just disable all of these. Maybe that'll help. We'll soon see. I just disabled all of his commands. Till I figure him out, I will have to try and do a test one. Not too bad. Good. Yes, he is tricky. You go to the Nightbot page, and on the top right, it says part from channel. I done that already, and then I still went in and tried, and it wouldn't let me do my camera. So I disabled all of his commands in there now as well. So I will try that later after this live to just do like a test thingy to see if it helps with going on just straight YouTube. So oh yes, I will have to do that too. I don't remember if I know how to do that. You have to go to your YouTube channel, right? And where is he? How do you, is it your YouTube studio, I bet? You are able to stream. Yes, if I go to the webcam instead of the live stream, I can't live stream until I have 1,000 subscribers, but that's how I kind of worked around it with StreamYard, and then with doing the webcam thing. Settings. Where is it permissions? No. Where is it in settings? Have to go. See you tomorrow evening. Okay, have a great day, May. channel. Yep. Channel, and then you said go to settings. I did. Which one is it just in general? No, it can't be in general. Channel. Advanced settings. Where is... I don't know where moderators is in here. Community. Oh, there we go. I found it. Whoops. I don't think... I don't see Nightbot in my moderators. Huh. Yeah, I don't see him in there, so hopefully it'll work later. I'll have to give it a shot. So, yay! Right? I'll have to give it a try later after this stream is done to see if it goes. Because once I change, because I have the two different cameras, I have my laptop camera, and then I have my web camera. And I usually use my web camera because I can move it around. It told me that I had to make him a moderator. Oh, yeah. Very demanding, isn't he? That's okay. I'll fix him. I just got to I'll figure out how. But yeah, so I just thought I'd wait because Dana said, Dana says, wait for us to get out of church. I'm like, okay. Because I was going to show her a little bit of the diamond painting, which is easy to set up. It won't take me long. I gotta get this camera cord out of my face. There we go. Sorry. I moved you. Okay. I know, right? I don't think he works without being a moderator. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see him in my moderators, so hopefully, and disabling all of his commands, I'm hoping that it'll work now. But we'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, no, I wanted to do a little bit of everything, I guess, today. Well, not probably everything, but just a little bit of crocheting, a little bit of diamond painting to show Dana when she comes in because she was curious about the diamond painting. Oh, you're more than welcome to hang with me if you want to. Yep. Do you want to come onto the video, Yolanda? You can do that if you want. So you don't have to keep typing. But and then I wanted to do a little bit of machine knitting too. Just for practice sake, I guess. But hang in with me. I don't mind. Well, I gotta remember which row I'm on here. Let's see. Okay. Either way. Sure. Okay. Hang on. There you go, my dear friend. Hopefully My flimsy phone works. Actually, I thought about it after and I thought, well, I could probably do StreamYard from my phone now too, which I have to figure out too, because that's probably a whole nother can of worms. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? I just posted the link for the StreamYard if you want to come in and say hi in person instead of typing. That colors in it. Yes, this is how the yarn goes. It's called a chiffon print is the name of the color, but it's got like all the pastels like yellows and pinky purples, blues, greens, and then white with it. This is how the yarn comes. This is how it works up. I don't have to change colors. Yep, so if you want to click on that link, guys, you can totally come in on video, so you don't have to keep typing, which is so much easier. What you working on, Kathy? I saw the video where Dora Beth unboxed her socks and put them on right away. Oh, she was so tickled. She loved those so much. Good time to eat first, right? I had to like scarf down something too for lunch before I came on here because I'm like, I don't want to really eat on camera. You like that? I know, right? I have lots of different colors. This is like a baby yarn. So this is a sport or a DK weight, they call it. It's a size 3 yarn. There's so many different sizes. You go from like lace, which is like a 0, all the way up to, I think there's a 7 or an 8, and it's like super, super bulky. They're really, really fat, and you have to use a humongous hook or needles to use them. But I like using the baby stuff because it's softer. Right? And it comes in many, many colors. Do you want to see some of the colors? I can show you some of the colors. That I have anyways. So, let's see. Let's do a couple bowls here at a time. Okay. They have some really cool, awesome, bright colors for babies. So this is what the bowl looks like. It's huge because these are my hands. There is always a pattern on them for a blanket. This one's really cool looking. It's got like lacy stripes in it. So there's your color weight or your yarn weight. There's a 3. So it's a lightweight. And this color is Tiny Tulips. So it's got bright pinks and oranges and greens with the white. So this is really pretty too. Right? I'm going to try and make all of these balls into different types of baby blankets because I don't want to do the same blanket over and over because it gets really boring and you get sick of it. But each one of these comes with almost a different pattern on them because there's another one here. It's a little bit different color. This one's not as bright, but it's got pinks and greens and white in it. This one has orange in it too, though. Let's see that. I don't know if you can tell with the camera. But this one is, what is this one called? Candy Baby. And then there's another different blanket pattern on it too. See? Each have different blanket patterns on them. So there's 2 colors. I'm not really a pink fan, but because a lot of people have more baby girls than they do baby boys, I thought I might want to start trying to use more pinks. So this is another one. This one is Citrus Sorbet. So this one has some browns in it, like a light brown with green, orange, and white. And this one has a different baby pattern on it as well. And you see these little symbols here? That's the type of needles they recommend for this blanket. So this is circular knitting needles. Forgot to show that on the other one. Oh well. This one here has the same baby pattern on it. Some of them have come with the same pattern on them, which is fine. But this one here is blues, greens, and white. And this is funny prints, it says. So that's kind of pretty too. Oh, I think they tell you if the pattern's crocheted or knitted or so those first two, the blue one, whoops, is crocheted. And that white and blue stripy one is circular knitting needles. So these are the other two colors I have in that box. So I have 6 big balls of these. This one here is the 7th that I'm working on. So this one here is like a light grayish color with blues and a minty green and white. And this one has that stripy pattern on it from the other one. With the like, so this is circular knitting needles. There's the pattern right there. That's what the blanket's gonna look like. But yeah, this one here is really pretty too. Cool blue, it's called, for like a little boy or whatever. This one here is one of my favorites. I've bought this one a couple times. This one is Lilac Bouquet. So this one has like 2 different colors of like a light purple and a darker purple. It's got like that gray brown color in it and white. This one's super pretty to make up. I actually have I done a 8-point circular baby blanket with this one. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I might be able to actually show you because it's in with my pictures. It should be anyways. What this one looks like when it's done up. So, and then I can bring up this tab. What are you doing? There we go. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. So this is the picture here. Come on, make it bigger. There we go. Okay, now let's see if I can do this. So, let's do it this way. Share screen. Yeah. Okay. This is the one I want to show. So this is the baby blanket with that last one, that Lilac Bouquet. That's what it looks like made up. It's actually really pretty with like the browns and the two-tone purples and the whites in it. It's gorgeous. I love it. Here we go. You can make pretty. Yes, they do. They make amazing baby blankets. And there's such a lot of it that you only need like 1 ball to make 1 blanket. And they're only like, I think 8 or 10 bucks a ball, something like that. So it's actually not bad for a price for a baby blanket. But I've used this one a couple times now. So I have another one that I think I started a baby blanket on, but I don't remember where I put it now. And it's got like the brownie grays, I think, and greens. It had like 2 different colored greens with white in it as well. I know, right? I should try one of these blankets on here too. See, there's a different blanket, a circular blanket. And this one is, it should say this one here is crocheted. It even tells you the size of hook that you need and everything for the blanket too. But the pattern for all of these that they show on the label is on the back of the paper as soon as you take the paper off the yarn. But yeah, and it's 100% acrylic, so it's machine wash, machine dry. It won't shrink. They don't usually The color doesn't usually run either, so it's actually really nice. So there's 893 yards in each ball. It's a lot. It's quite a bit. I know Dana's making her own poncho patterns. Hey, I was thinking about doing that same thing too, just for kicks. But I want to try and turn, what is it, that pattern. I'm just going to grab it here. Whoops, let go. Thank you. This pattern that I did for a triangular shawl. So I did this shawl. This one here with like shells on it. And it changes colors to like a navy blue. And it goes to a point on either end. So you can wrap it around you, or you can use it as a scarf. And I wanted to do this pattern as a poncho because it's still on the lacier side. And I think it would look really cute. So, hey, Joe, you guys are done. Church. On the church van. Nice. We're doing great. Just a little show and tell today. A little bit of everything. Oh, I got this yarn. I got 4 balls of this stuff because I want to do something really pretty with this, but it's iridescent. See the shimmer? See the sparkle in there? And it's just white sparkle, but it's really pretty. Looks like snow. I got 4 balls of these. Now I want to do something with them. And I have black as well, but it has gold in it. So this is what I was mucking with on my knitting machine the other day. I did 1 ball of this black with the gold sparkle in it on my knitting machine. And I did a flat panel. So this is the flat panel on the knitting machine. On the Centro, actually. Same one like what Dana has. The Centro 48. But yeah, it does really cool. So this is how you would make blankets and sweaters. You would do flat panels like this, but you do it the size that you need, and then you can do different stitches and stuff on the knitting machines. You can actually make it look like a faux cable going up, which is really cool too, because all you have to do when you instead of taking every stitch off on your machine at the end, you take off 1 or 2 stitches, or however many you want like to stay like looking like this. Then you'd skip like, I want to say 3 or 4 stitches depending on how big you want it or how many hooks you have, and then you'd go into the 2 or 3 more, so you'd have that same amount in between each one of the gaps, and then you'd go all the way to the beginning of your garment. You'd put your hook in where those three lines that you missed at the top, and you would pull out every single one of those 3 lines. You'd pull them all the way back, and then you'd take your crochet hook and you would twist the bottom. You would twist the bottom like 2 or 3 loops, however many loops you want to use, probably 3 at the least, 3 to 5 loops. You would twist the bottom one so it turns your work. Hey Dana, you're on Joe's phone. Awesome. Which one did you say you loved? The white? I've been showing lots of things since I started streaming 30 minutes ago. But yeah, this is what I was going to show. It's really easy to do flat panels on whatever machine you're using. And yeah, there's I do watch one young lady that has a whole bunch of knitting machine videos. She showed me how to graft 2 ends of a tubular scarf together so it looks like there's no seam at all. It's amazing. She's amazing and she's really easy to listen to. And then she has a whole bunch of other Addie machine. She does I think she does mittens, like fingerless mittens and gloves and different scarves. She also does a whole sweater, like a pullover sweater on her knitting machines. She also does like a vest style one with like a lacy strip like up the sides where she crochets the panels together. It's amazing to watch her, and I still want to try one of them. They're really cool. But yeah, this is what I was gonna. Hopefully I was going to get some more people in here so I could do more stuff, but everybody most of the people were in church, or it's Sunday, so they probably want to spend a little bit of time with their families and everything too, right? But I was telling Yolanda, Dana, that StreamYard told me the other day that there was a warning thing going on that if you're not paying that monthly fee or whatever for them, you're only allowed up to 20 hours of live stream for StreamYard in a whole month. And then you have to wait until it resets the next month, which is, I think they said the 2nd of the month. So July 2nd, it would reset and you'd have those 20 hours back again. I was already at 13 hours, I believe, before I went live today. So I'll be on for a couple hours at least, and then I'll have that back up for Monday too when I try and go live again. Only because I was having a little bit of problems trying to get live just on YouTube with my webcam. It was doing something funky, so I disabled all of my Nightbot stuff. So hopefully that'll do it, and I'll try and work that out after this stream is done and see if I can't go live again with my webcam on just straight YouTube. So, but yeah, I have this, and I was showing all the different colors I have of this baby yarn. And then I showed what that one color actually looks like, because I've already done the one, the lilac bouquet one, the purples and the browns and the whites, and showed what it looked like actually in a baby blanket, an 8-point baby blanket. And it's really pretty when they're worked up. So, but yeah, so this is a full skein of that black and gold, and then this was what's left over to like sew it to another panel or whatever. But you could totally make a blanket by doing different stripes or whatever you want to do. And then you just take your edging and you do the whip stitch together. So there's your edging, and you would take the bar. I need one of my needles to show what it looks like. Grab a bright needle so I can see if I can lift up those bars to show everybody. So there are bars. You know how there's bars in between each of these rows, right? These bars here. in between each row of the stitches. On the edge, there's that option too, right? Like in between, you want to take this very edge will be underneath in the back. So these bars here are the ones you want to lift up, and you'll like not like really a whip stitch, but you'll do the seamless seam with these bars for both sides of your panel together, and then you'll have a little tiny bit. This is all they'll have in the back for like a seam between your panels. So it's actually really cool. And it's this kind of sort of the same thing when you do the grafting together. You take your yarn, and this will be like, hang on. You'll take your two ends together, only this will be a tube. You take your two ends together, and when you go in, your yarn, your working yarn from your end one will coming from bottom part, and your top part is your beginning of your tube, right? So you'll take put your yarn on your needle, and you will go down through the loop and up through the next loop. Then you pull your yarn through, and then you will go, you'll find your other stitches up top here, and you will go down through that stitch and up through the next stitch. And you're going to try and make sure that your tension matches the tension here, or it won't look seamless at all. You'll have really tight or you'll have really loose, and then they look amazing together when they are together. Hi, Denisha, how are you? I'm going to try going live from my webcam. It's not hard. When you go, when you click the go live button, and you have to do all that thing on the top left corner, it says stream webcam, and then there's a couple other ones. You want to hit webcam, not on stream, and then you do all your like your title of your stream, your description, your time if you want to do it as at a certain time, and then your picture, whatever that you want to have for your thumbnail, and yeah, it goes straight from your webcam, and you won't have to worry about. You can still go live without actually having that 1,000 subscribers. I'll pop back in 20 minutes. Okay. That's so beautiful what you're making. This one, I was just mucking around with this the other day because I just wanted to see if I could do a flat panel on my my knitting machine, and I totally can, because there's the back and there's the front, and it works up just fine. And it looks amazing. So you can totally do sweaters, scarves, blankets, whatever you want to on those knitting machines. You told Granny D to come raid me? Okay. Perfect. But yeah, so, and then when everybody's settled, I guess, Dana, if you want to tell me when you actually do get home and you're ready, I can show you that diamond painting, because it doesn't take much to set up to just show somebody how to do it, because I already have one that I had started, but I haven't been working on it for a while because I've been too busy crocheting. Don't raid no one. Well, you don't go from one person's live stream to a next person's live stream. That's all they're saying by raiding people. Nani May raided Yolanda last night. That was kind of cute. They came in halfway through that conversation with Joe and Dana and Yolanda. That's all they mean by raiding. But yeah, so these are awesome. I love them. Those knitting machines are amazing. So, but yeah, once Dana and them are settled at home and ready, I can show them the diamond painting, and I have my knitting machines and everything. I know, right? It was so funny. My eyes were leaking so bad yesterday. I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't. It was too funny. And then my mom said, "What are you listening to?" And then she had to go onto her own computer over there at her desk, and she had to go on. She's like, who are you? Whose live are you on?" I'm like, "I'm on Yolanda." She's like, "You're on whose?" I'm like, "I'm on the Chit Chat Queens." So I had to spell out your name for her so she could look you up. And then she was listening into the conversation too. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." She's at work right now though, since till 3:30 she'll be home around. I know exactly what a raid is. I just don't like the term. Oh yeah. Therefore don't use it. That's just my personal preference. So what do you call it then, Denisha? I didn't get to see none of my Saturday night specials. My girlfriend had me at a Garth Brooks drive-in concert. Nice. That was awesome. That sounds awesome. I'm not really a country fan, but there is a couple country artists that I don't mind listening to. Garth is one of the classic ones that you like to listen to, the one that most people know his songs, right? But excuse me. I'm gonna put this box back in here. Oh, stop it. Wrecking the place. Wrecking it. Ugh. Get this so I can get my knitting machine out here when I have to. And then I can turn the camera around. But for now, I think I'll just do a little crocheting. Oh, now the weather turned nice. It was freaking cold and raining. I actually have a hoodie on right now because it was cool. And I'm like, oh, and now the sun is out. I wish this weather would make up its mind. It's either summer or it's fall. One of the two. There's no in between. But that's okay. So one thing you can't control is the weather. 3, 4, 5. I don't have a term for it. Never heard the term until one day Granny D was doing a live and a bunch of people came in like, we're here too. And my thought on a raid is the cops busting down your door. Right? No, ma'am, I didn't listen to God. I grew up on other country musicians. Billy Ray Cyrus, that's my man. There you go, Denisha. Chit Chat Green says true as well. Free at last. Are you guys at home now or not quite yet? In New England, you can get all 4 seasons in a day, right? Thank God Almighty, you are free at last. Lord, that van was... I just lost 20 pounds. Hot with a lot of people in there, eh? Joe, it's good for you. I'm going to ride the hot van next week. There is no air. Oh no, nobody cracked a window or nothing? I need to lose 30 pounds. You need 2 bus rides then, Denisha. Brother Joe, believe you me, I totally understand. Our church used to have a van ministry and it would get hot and they wouldn't have on AC. Lord. Right? It's not good that they didn't have anything or even a window cracked or anything for you guys. Should be against something, eh? 3, 4, 5. Yolanda, yep. No AC at all, Denny. Hey, Teresa, how are you? I'm doing good. Why do most church vans have no AC? LOL. Yolanda says, hey, Teresa. Oh, everybody's saying hi to everybody. I think it's Dana on Joe's phone right now. They're probably together anyways, but I think it's Dana that's typing on Joe's phone. She said so earlier anyways. Three times. I'm sure you don't, Denisha. Oh, Joe's Joe again. There you go. Perfect. Okay. I'll let everybody talk amongst yourselves. Please don't leave me. I will be right back. I just have to go to the bathroom. And then I'm just going to make a really quick pot of coffee for Mom for when she comes home. I'll set it up because she'll be home in an hour and a half. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye. Goes everywhere again. Hey, you guys don't need to go to the bathroom with me. No, you guys go outside to the bathroom. Okay, coffee set up for Mom. All right. Oh, who else is in here? Monda, hello, and Kelly. How is everybody? What's up, Teresa? You're railing everybody in the room. Oh, Daigo's in here too. Hello. Gonna catch up on some of the. Oh, Clumsy Mumsy 2 is in here as well. Hello. How are you guys? Forgot your name. Sorry. I do. I love being able to fit into. I only have 4 sizes to go down. That's great, Denisha. That's good progress, hey? Afternoon. Yes. Whoop. Silver Fox is in the house. Hello. How are you? Oh, Nani May's in the house as well. Hello, Nani. I was in your live a little bit earlier today. Yep. You hear that, Silverfox and Joe? Denisha says you have to both behave. Nope, not yet. Going to barbecue toast. All right. I'll put my needle away so I don't lose it, since I did a little bit of show and tell earlier. Another box. Okay, let's get this crochet thing out of the way for a little bit. Do something else. Okay. I'm going to stick that. I'll just put it there for now. Whoops. Let go. Okay, we'll get this crochet thing out of the way for a few minutes, and then we'll show, because Dana wanted to see diamond painting. So won't take much to set it up at all, because I already have one that's on the go. So there's my diamond painting. That's what I'm working on. This part here is the one that already has jewels on it, so there's the difference in colors. And I have my light board to go underneath, because it's all to my light board, because it's all dark colors in there. And I'm just going to plug it in so I have power. Let's see. It's this one. Plug in my light board so we have power. Perfect. Okay. So this one here is just a cheapy one from Amazon. There we go. Just a cheapy one from Amazon. So this is one of the ones that I'm working on right now. Well, let's get my drills out. Chip some stuff away here so I can get at my drills. Okay. That's for Margie. All right. Sprays. Okay. So keep my drills in this case over here. Ugh. Come on, open. All right. So each kit comes with a boat. One square of pink wax that has plastic on either side so it doesn't dry out. You always get tons of those though. I won't be using that though because I have a Pick Me Up pen. It has like a sticky tack in the tip of it, and when you turn it, it comes out the end, but I don't want it to come out the end because I just want the sticky center there because it'll gush everywhere if I try and pick up a drill with it. So on the side here is your color chart as to which goes on what symbol. And if I'm just going to do a little bit here to show you what's going on. Okay. So number one is this reddish color, but I don't know. Let me see. I'll just pull some of this back just a little bit. Yeah, we got some one in there. Okay. Just a little bit. I like to pull it back in like strips. And I like to complete a strip before I move on to the other one. So, and I like to work this way because I'm right-handed, or I like to work from the top down. Because when you work from the top down on the skinnier, longer ones, as you get down, your diamond will be going up in front, up in front of you, and you'll be still working in instead of trying to reach for more. I have, where are they? They're in here somewhere. I have, oh, there they are. I have a couple magnets to keep my paper back here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this under there like so. And this one down here like so. There we go. Keep that back a little. So I'm going to turn my light on here. Whoops. There we go. So it's a little bit harder to see with the curtains open, but that's okay. It lights up for me. You diamond painting, but I've never done them yet. I know, right? They're actually really fun, really relaxing. And it's a nice, quiet project to do. And they come in so many pictures. And you can get custom pictures. If you have a picture of a pet or yourself and your kids or yourself and your spouse or whatever you want to do, or grandkid or whatever you want to, you can get a customized picture sent to one of these diamond companies, and they will make you a picture of that picture with all the colors and everything. But if you have people in the picture, you want to make sure that your size is a bigger size because you'll look very pixelated in the picture if it's not a bigger size. But I've done quite a few diamond paintings now. I actually did get a couple. I'll show you them after. I got a couple 5-panel paintings that I'm still waiting for one more to come in because I purchased 3 from Amazon. And so they have the really long one in the middle. Then they have a little bit shorter one on either side. Then they have a shorter one on that side as well. And they're all separate. But they're gorgeous pictures and I like them so much. But all you have to do is take your drills, just pour a couple, because there's not many of this color in this section. I take my pen, and it's already sticky, and you just give this a little shake so that your drills, you can see that, there's some that are upside down and some that are right side up. You just give it a shake. You don't have to have them all up, right side up. You can just use the ones. See, so this number 1 that I have here is a number 1 on the chart. So number 1 to number 8 are all the same number as that color, and that's the number you go for. And then when it gets to 9, it changes. Number 9 is an A, number 10 is a C, and so on till you get to, there's 18 colors in this picture. But you just want to take your pen, and you just want to grab one of these ones that is sticking upright. Whoops. Grab one like that on your pen. See, they're really tiny. Then you're going to go over to here, and my number 1s are right in here. Sorry, this camera won't focus. And then you're going to lightly, you don't have to really press, put it straight onto that dot. Let me see if I can bring this camera down by hand, and I will show you. Okay, so I'm going to do this again for you. Just give me 1 second. There we go, more cord. Okay, I'm going to hold the camera with my hand. Sorry, I don't want to make anybody dizzy. I'm going to pick up another drill in my tray here, like so. Then I'm going to place it on a number 1 circle, just like so. So you just pick them up and you place them down in the spot where they're supposed to go. And it's super easy. And this ticky-tack stuff in here works for so long without you having to change it, that you can do quite a few pictures with just this one little tiny bit. And you just need a very small bit of it. And then you just place your drills down where they're supposed to go. Like so. I like that sticking sound. It's very satisfying. Very loud too. That's okay. All right. Then if your tray gets to where you don't have many that are standing up properly, just give it a little bit of shake again till they're all settled. Then you can pick them up more. And then you place it down on the little dot where it's supposed to go. And it sticks really well because this is glue, so it's really sticky. That's why I say you don't have to really press hard. You just have to let it touch it pretty much. And then after, when you've got a few down, you can always take your finger and you can just give them a little press to make sure that they are down. It's easier when you have more like this. And you can just go over them and see if there's any that are raised. You don't have to push. You only have to push when you find one that's raised. But yeah, you just do this with the whole thing. And then if you need more of that same color, you just grab your little container. Sorry, I only had one hand. You put a little bit more in your tray. I only need a couple more. I don't need a lot. Okay. And just give them a little bit of a shake. Grab some more and place them where they're supposed to go. And with the other end of this tool, or with the front end of the tool that it comes with, the little pink pen, if they're not actually in the proper spot, you can actually see how this one here is just not quite square. You can use your tool to move it. Then you can use the other end of your pen again to just give it a little bit of a press so it stays there. See? Pretty cool, hey? So I'm going to put this back up in here now since I've showed you the close-up. And I'm going to clip it back on. Whoops. There we go. And move this cord out of my face. Perfect. Okay, everybody can still see? Awesome. So yeah, so I don't have any more ones in this space. There are more over here, but they're under the plastic. All you do is you take your container, you take your boat, and you just let them slide to the tip, and then you just dump them into your container so you don't get them all over the place because they are hard to pick up on depending on the surface or the floor or whatever. You put it back in, you grab your next one. My number 2 is going to be a number 2, which is this light pink area in the petals here. So I'll just do a little bit more here. Just going to dump a little bit more in here than I did before. Put that up there. Give it a little bit of a shake. So there's a whole bunch standing. Now there is multi-placers. I like to just do it one drill at a time. There's a lot of people that like to do multi-placers for like spaces where there's more than 2 or 3 or whatever together. But I like to do it one at a time because then it lasts longer. And you just place it down. And you just work your way. See, and then you can move them if you have to, if they're not lined up proper. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. My mom's really into this lately. This is what she's been doing when she's watching some of the chats. When she says she's diamond painting, this is what she's doing over at her desk, watching people on her computer. She's just painting away. So it's kind of a cross between paint and color by numbers, only it's with little jewels instead, but not as hard as some of the paint by numbers, because I remember I used to love the oil ones because the oil ones would take longer to dry. So if you did make a mistake, you could always go back and fix it before it dried on you. The acrylic ones dried like super fast. And they were hard to fix. So you had to make sure you did it right the first time. And then, yeah. So but I'll do these petals here. And then I can show you guys something else if you want. Or I can keep going or whatever you want me to do. Okay. Sorry, I'm missing some of the conversation, but that's okay. Let's go up and see. We could do one together. I'm missing something. Okay, let's start here. You like the sticking sound? I know, it's very satisfying, isn't it, Dana? What show? Oh, just like lives and stuff, because she likes to watch like Dana and Joe in the evening before we have to go to bed and stuff too. So she'll watch. She was watching Yolanda's live with me last night as well. After she found me laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. She was going, "What's going on?" And then she had to go find out for herself. So happy Sunday, Dana. That one of my goals to get my first diamond painting kit, right? They are very fun. They are very relaxing. Yeah, they're not bad at all. And it's like this one here is not bad. It's from Amazon. Like you only pay like a like $4 or $5 for it, if that. depending on which ones you get. And they're just as amazing as some of these other ones that these big, huge companies buy. Loves diamond painting. Are they hard to see? No, not really. It's easier when you're face to face with it. It's harder to gauge it on a camera. But the drills are very small. They're almost like a very tiny bead. It's hard to explain, but they're really tiny. That's on the tip of my finger. That's on my finger there. So the pen picks them up really well. But it's hard to explain until you get your very first one and you try it out yourself, and then you kind of become addicted to it. My mom was the same way. I started doing this before she did, and then she was watching me do it because she was curious, and then she decided to get her own, and then she just took off from there. So, but it was the one thing that she could do when she had her left dominant hand in a cast because she broke a bone in the back of her hand when she fell a while back. And that's the only thing that she was able to do because she couldn't do any knitting and she doesn't crochet. So that's all she could do was do that. So Chit Chat was acting up. Clumsy light background. Magnifying glass. Yeah, they do have magnifying glasses. Same like they do for like crocheting and stuff. You can get those like ones that go around over your head like a lantern type thing, and they go over your eyes and they can magnify your vision for you too. And there are some that light up as well that help you see better. Yeah, okay. Joe Bear. Stop. You're fibbing. There you go. No, the pen is different. The pen I got off of Amazon, it was like $22. So the pens, here, I'll show you. The pens that these ones come with, let me see if I have one that is loose here. Okay. So the pens that these ones come with, some of them come with a blue one, and some of them come with a blue one. They have a metal tip on them, and that's where the wax goes in. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little hole in the end there that you stab your wax with, and you just wiggle it around a little bit, and it'll get your wax in there. And then other ones come with a pink pen, same thing, but some of them come with a multi-placer on the end where you can pick up multiple drills, and your wax goes in that slit in the top of the pen. I don't care to use these. I have used them because the black on this one here is so much surface space that you want to use a multi-placer just so that it doesn't take as long. And the multi-placers will help a little bit in placing the drills evenly spaced most of the time. So, but yeah, it's very fun to do. I've done quite a few of these. So, oh, hey Crystal, how's it going? Sorry, I had my head down. I was trying to show everybody how to do this. I wasn't catching any chatter. In and out while uploading videos. I'm listening. Okay. Hey Dana, I was telling did you catch the with Yolanda yesterday that YouTube lets you upload multiple videos at a time now? If you go to your YouTube, what is it? YouTube, what the heck's it called now? You go to on your channel, You go to your YouTube studio. That's what I was trying to get out. Your YouTube studio. And once it loads, you scroll down a little bit and it says, what's new in studio. There's 3 new items in there. The middle one says upload multiple videos with batch uploads. So that's where you want to go. So you can upload more than one video at a time. What? I know, right? Then and I think one of them did say that you can do I think it's like a fast upload too. What did it say? I can go back there again. They changed, they upgraded a couple of things, I guess, on the YouTube studio. So let me go back here where it says what's new. There's more updates, creators, something about, so yeah, upload videos in bulk. You can upload more than one video at a time. And I think they said there was a faster upload thing too. Like you can upload them a little bit faster as well. I don't remember where I saw that now though, but it's in there somewhere. Find out when your viewers are on YouTube. You can also find out when the viewers that you have on there are on YouTube too. It tells you who comes on and whatever. Yeah, so I've been checking out my YouTube studio once in a while now because they do a whole bunch of new updates and whatever on it. It's kind of cool. Kelly says, hi, Jumping Frog. Tanisha, Joe, I'm going to watch the Yolanda show tonight. Dana, thank you. Just Frog it, I missed it. My mom was here at first, so I missed some of the convo in the beginner. Nice. I've been good. Joe, I've been good today. Are you sure? We'll have to ask Dana later if she goes live, if you've been good. Just now coming down from some fire worship. I don't know what that is. Kelly, not yet. Uncle Joe, thanks so much for the hookup. Dana, I need a faster uploader. You'd have to look around in there because there's so much new stuff in there, and I don't even think I've gone over everything in there yet either. But there is a way that there was something that said it can upload faster if you do a certain way or something. But yeah, the multiple video upload is amazing all on its own. So you don't have to do just one video at a time and just wait for it to upload before you can do another one, right? You can do 2 or 3 at a time, I think. No, I wasn't. What weren't you doing, Yolanda? But anyways, so yeah, that's all there is to it to diamond painting. It's actually really easy, really fun, really relaxing. And I love the sticking sound. It's very satisfying. But yeah, there's so many really cool tools and everything that all of it comes with. Like this one here you get from Amazon. It's a silhouette. I don't know if you can see that. A silhouette pick-me-up stick. I got mine for like $22 on Amazon. And when you untwist this the opposite way of thing, this thing here is the piece that pushes your sticky tack to the end. If you grab a pair of pliers and just lightly, because this is all plastic, you just lightly grab this and you pull this out, and you can actually refill this tip with more sticky tack, because you can get the blue stuff and the green stuff like I've got from Walmart. So they have blue ones like this from Walmart. This is like a whole package. It comes with all this. So this would last you like forever. Then they have the thicker, like light, like blue-green color one. This is the one that I've been using on my other pens, but you need very little of it. And it lasts forever. And you just fill this in the tip of that, and you got more stickiness to keep going with your diamond paintings. Hey, Granny D, how's it going? So yeah, that's all there is to diamond painting. It's pretty amazing. My mother's very, very into this because it was easy for her when she didn't have her dominant hand. So I'm just gonna put my tools away. So yeah, and then when you don't want to do anymore, you just recover it and you just run your hand along so it re-sticks. I just don't like the lines in there. Re-stick it so nothing gets so you don't wreck your sticky part here. You don't want to get, like, if you have pets or whatever, you don't want to get dog hair on there because it's really hard to get off if you get dog hair on there. But yeah, and then these light up pads, this is the A4, which is a very nice size. Moma has a really, really tiny one, like about this big. But yeah, they work like you wouldn't believe. And this one comes with a stand that it sits in on an angle like this. And it also comes with 3 or 4, let me see if I can find them, clips. It comes with like 3 or 4 of these type of clips. So you can clip your painting to the edge of these so they don't move. So that's kind of nice too. And yeah, so it's completely amazing. I love the diamond painting thing. I'm gonna have to do that again more here soon so I can finish this picture. But I can show you some other pictures here that I've gotten that I haven't done yet. I haven't even done a video for them yet, so you guys will be the first ones to see it before I do a video of them. But so these are my 5-panel ones, and I had another one that I haven't done yet either. Where'd that one go? And I'll find it later. I'll show you guys these two. So these ones are the 5-panel ones. And as you can see, they came in 2 different size boxes. I don't know why, but they did. And so this one's in a short, fat, stubby one. And this one's in a long, skinny one. And they're both 5 panels. So this one here, when you pull it out, this is what the canvases look like. Okay. So, and if you unroll them, whoops, there are 5 panels in here. See, every kit comes with a boat, a plate of wax, and a pen, and all your drills with the colors and whatever on them. Look at that orange. Woo, that's bright. Okay. So the 5 panels, let me see what the top is. Okay, this is the top. They come with numbers. There's this number 5. So this one here would be to, I'm just going to roll this the opposite way so it lays better here. So it's not going to curl up on me. I'm going to give it a roll. Okay, so this is panel number 5. Okay, so I just take my ruler. I have a metal ruler. You can use a plastic one if you want. You're just going to pull back the half of it, and you just make sure it's sticky enough, because sometimes they don't come sticky enough. Okay, and then I'm going to put my ruler back under here, and I'm just going to push it to the end. So that flattens it and leaves no lines, no wrinkles, nothing in there. Leaves it perfectly straight. And then you're going to do the same to the other end. And you do kind of want to do this with all the paintings that you get, because they'll be rolled up for a while from shipping and stuff, and they'll get creases and lines. See how there's no creases in there anymore? This one here is just from the plastic. There's no creases in there anymore. But yeah, this is the 5th panel. So this is the one to the far right. And then panel number 4. Oh, that's 3. Let me see if I can find 4 here. This is 4. Okay. Panel number 4, we're going to roll the other way too, just so that we can get it to flatten out here. I'm just going to roll it a little bit. Okay, so there's number 4. So they line up. If you line them up properly, they line up. See how number 4 fits with the circle of number 5. Okay, and then we're just going to do this with this one too. And then I'll just keep these ones flat, so I don't have to do this again. And you're just going to push it. Sometimes you do get a bubble, and you can just push that air bubble out to the side so you don't have any air bubbles in them. Because if you leave air bubbles in there for too long, you'll your sticky part won't be very sticky after a while, because there's air in there. And you just want to push it all the way to the end. There we go. And just make sure there's no air bubbles. So there is 5 and 4. Now, number 3 is the biggest one that goes in the middle. Let's see, number 3 goes this way. So there's the other one. See how that goes together? Isn't that cool? So at the top of each one of these, it actually does show you the full picture of what all 5 panels look like together. Okay, so 4 and 5 I already did. This one here. So you don't actually have to roll them the opposite way to get them to uncurl. If you just pull back this paper and unstick it and then push it back down, it does help unroll it as well. Helps lay it flat a little bit. See how it helps not curl as much. And you just do that to both sides. Okay, so there's the middle panel, panel 3. And I love the colors. I like the oranges and the dark blues and the browns. So this is supposed to be like a planet like Mars or something. That's why it's red. And this should have been like a little bit bigger picture, but on this here, this is supposed to be a building on the planet. Then this here is like a stand, and there's supposed to be a person standing on this little platform here, but it's hard to see because it's really pixelated. All you see is a rectangular blob. If it had been like a way bigger picture, it probably would have been in better detail. But like I said, these were just the cheap ones from Amazon, and I was happy to get these ones anyways because I fell in love with these pictures when I saw them on the site. So pretty sure these ones are from Amazon. Yeah. But anyways, yep. So there's panel 2. And then panel 1 to the far left is the same as well. So you just pull your paper back and you just give it a push. And you do the same to the other side, so it flattens it out. Okay. There we go. So there's all 5 panels. I don't have my camera doesn't go back far enough to view it all. But yeah, there's all 5 panels. So it's actually really cool. I love these colors. They're amazing. And then the drills and the boat that comes with it. They're really cool colors. And then you just match up. This one has 15 colors. And they have the code on both sides, which is nice because when you get to some of the bigger pictures, they you need that code on both sides of things so you can see. So you don't have to keep looking to the other side of your picture to find out what you're doing. So I'm just going to do a quick show of this one here. I'm not going to flatten it all out. This one here was done a little bit differently than the other one. It's not all separate. This one is all one picture, but it's still separated. So there's the 5th panel here. There's panel 4. See how it's got the wing on all the feathers. And then this is the girl's arm with blue flames. Here's the girl sitting in the middle with her head down and her feet crossed in front of her. And then panel 2 has her other wing in it. And this arm has orange, yellow, and red flames coming out of it. And she's sitting on this really light, dark pool of water. There's a little bit of water and everything behind her. But yeah, this one came as a full thing. Now you can, if you want, cut these so you don't have such a big painting to deal with. But this one actually came with two boats and 2 wax and a whole bunch of drills. Look at all the black. Lots of black in this one. But yeah, so I wanted to show you guys all that. So this one here is going to be quite the big one to work up. I'm excited about that. That's awesome. Just going to fold this one back up and put it back in its sleeve so I don't have so many things all out at once. But yeah, there's my next show and tell done. All right. Ooh. What's everybody saying here real quick? Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Dana and Joe go live Monday through Friday. They want you to go live every day of the week. Hey, Catalina, how are you? Okay, so my last show and tell, I already did my yarn and crochet thing at the beginning. I just finished the diamond painting little demo display show and tell as well. So let me get my knitting machine set up here, and then we can do a show and tell with that. Okay. Let's grab this out of here. Okay. So dusty in here. Okay, so nobody gets seasick, okay? I'm just going to move this a little bit around here, and I will adjust the camera here in a second. I just want to place this on here so I have it. And put my phone under there too. Okay. So let me get, stare at the wall. Sorry. You don't want to look at my yucky, ugly walls. Okay. So I'm just going to turn this the other way so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to clip it down. There we go. Okay. Let's get this squared away here. And we're going to extend you out. Can everybody see this? Okay. Just going to push that up there. All right. Everybody can see what I'm doing here? Perfect. So, let me see. I just need some scrap yarn, I think. Oh, I don't want dark stuff. Let me see. I guess I could make a hat for y'all. All right. Everybody's familiar because of Dana with the mandala yarn. This stuff here. And I've got the troll colors. So it's like blues, purples, pinks, greens. Back out to blues again. Okay. So, straighten you out a little. So there's my counter. My crank is over here. Over here to the left. I should raise you up just a bit more so you can see better what I'm doing here. Hang on, I'll get one more box to put underneath my tripod. Okay. Hang on one more second. I'm just going to raise you up a smidge more here so that you can see more. of the, come on, I got one hand. There we go. Okay, is that better? Oh, that's way better. Okay. So I'm going to put my weight on this. There we go. Is that better, everybody? Can you see what's going on? Okay. I can turn this if I have to a little bit. So this is a workbench. I have this attached to with the legs it comes with. This is the Addi king size machine. This has 46 hooks on it. And it does the flat panel. There's a lever right here. So down is tubular, up is panel knitting. So I have it on tubular, and then the Addi has 3 black hooks to start with, and all the rest are white. And these do have numbers on each one right here. You can see right in front of my fingernail, right before it hits the hook, right on this little red part. It has the number of each hook on there. The Centro 48 has that as well. It has up 1 to 48 for numbering on it. But here is my mandala yarn, my troll. So I'm going to get the center of this out of here. And I'm going to grab my box that I have my yarn roll around in. Just my small tote here. Okay. Because it's just easier. I'm going to put it in my box down here. And I'm going to unravel this center that I pulled out. Into my box because I don't want any dog hair on my yarn. Okay, there's my center. Okay, I have my yarn. Now, with the hats, you don't have to do scrap yarn to start it or end it. Whoops, who's laughing? Oh, dry throat. Perfect. Joe's got the eyes going. Alrighty. And as you can see down in the hole here, there's my Centro 48. I have a salad spinner because if I get stuff that's really, really long, I have the top off of that and my yarn goes into there and it spins really easily in there. So I don't have to keep unwinding my big long tubes and stuff. And then my little Centro, my egg one that has a timer on it. It also has a tension thing as well, like the big Centro does, but it looks like a penguin. See his eyes and his nose and his little feet. And he even has the back of them there and then the crank. So what I did was, because there is all white needles on this one and then one black one to start with, I put a little bit of black nail polish on the top of each of these rose-colored peg center things to know where my very first one is. So when you go around, you can tell where your black one is, right? So I have it in panel. Okay, there we go. So tubular, it goes all the way around like so. And this one here actually sits on an angle on a counter, but I can just hold this one with one hand and crank with the other. So this one's kind of portable as far as I'm concerned. And I love it. So there's my Centro down there, my big one. And then I have a turning spice rack underneath it that I can use for different things as well for yarn spinning. But anyways, so when you do with this type of closure, you always make sure that this is closed before you start spinning, because your hooks will catch on this and you will break your hooks. You don't want to break your hooks. It does come with spare ones. This one comes with spare ones, and so does the Pro, which I have right there on the other end of my table. So, and then my crank is right here. Okay, so with this, I am going to just have a little bit of yarn into the center here. I'm going to hook this first black one, and I'm going to make it drop down. Okay, I don't want to pull because it's not on anything. It's not attached to anything. And you want to go behind and in front. You're going to crank slowly, go behind and in front, all the way around till you get back to beginning again. Okay, so there's our last white one, and it should go behind it. Then you're just going to open this tension feeder thing up. You're going to put your yarn in and you're going to close it. Okay, now I want this to go back to 0 for my very first round. So I'm just going to turn this around, and this is an analog one. It's not digital. I actually do kind of prefer the analog ones because the digital ones, I guess, tend to skip rows when you have really staticky yarn. So the analog ones are actually a little bit better. This one has four numbers on it, so you can go up to like 9,999 rows if you really want to. So I don't keep any tension on my yarn at all. All I'm going to do is have it go over my thumb, and my pinky is going to be my one that holds it just a little bit. It's just going to still run through really easy. But if I hold it over to the side a little bit, like I'll put my thumb against this wing thing here, and I'll just hold it over to the side so that the machine does all the tension itself. I don't do any of the tension. Okay. So and then all you do is you start to wind it, and I'm just going to pull this beginning cord to make sure it's over the teeth, and you're just going to wind it. And the first few rows, you just want to go a little bit on the slow side to make sure all your stitches catch, because we have no weight on here at all because you're just starting. And once it gets back around, you will hear a big clicking sound because that means the counter is changing to the next row. There we go. So that is row 1 done. It does say row 1 on here. And you're just going to keep going around. And now for a hat, for the adult one, I like a big, huge brim on my hat. So I do about 120 to 140 rounds. Okay. So you're just going to keep cranking, and you just watch your hooks as they come up over here, because if that stitch from the previous round doesn't go down underneath the belly of the hook and around those red teeth at the bottom, you have to manually just push it down with your fingers before you, or you'll skip stitches and it'll make holes and your tension will be off. So you just want to watch your hooks. I don't find too much problems with this, but if you keep a really loose tension on your yarn, like I don't have any tension at all. All my tension is just from it being pulled, just from it coming from over to the side. That's all I do. And with the Centro one, I do a little bit differently because that one's a counter or tabletop one. It has suction cups on the feet. you can suction it to a table, and my tension for that one is on the table right beside the front left leg of it. And all I do is I put my hand, like I cup my hand over top. I don't put the yarn over my pinky finger. I'm just doing that because it's hanging. I cup my hand on the table with my fingers around the leg, and my yarn just runs through my hand from on the table. My yarn ball will be on the table to my left. So I don't put any tension. The machine does the tensioning, but the Centro has its own tension lever that comes out that you saw that has the 3 different size holes in it. So all you have to do is just keep spinning, and it will do all the work for you. Now this machine's not going to move at all, and I'm not actually hanging on to the machine. I just have my thumb over here for my yarn to be off to the side for the little bit of tension part. But as you get going, it'll change colors, and it's actually really cool to watch the colors change with this thing. So I can read Mama's touch. You stole it. I sawed you. What did she steal? Oh, the G-string. Oh my goodness. Joe, are you still on about that? Oh my. Yolanda's laughing. Mama Touch is laughing. I'm seeing to you. You guys are crazy. So yeah, you just keep winding and winding. So my very first little bit of yarn was a different blue. Now we're into like a purpley blue. See the 2 different colors? And as you go along, it gets longer and longer. And these things at a really good height. It's at my chest height, so I don't have to bend over, and it's not going to kill my back. So now we're coming out of the ball, so I'm not going to have any tension at all on my yarn, because I want it to come freely out of the ball. So it's doing its own tension, because the more tension you put on here, the harder on the machine it is, because it is all plastic parts. Now we're just going to keep cranking here. I don't know if you can see this, but right here on this fin, right where my finger is, there's a little hole here that each one of these 2 machines, the king size and the pro, they both come with their own yarn needle. They come with a red yarn needle. I'll just show you. They both come with the same size yarn needle, but they have a bent end on them. The end is bent on them. You can see that. The end is on an angle. And this needle is meant to sit in that hole so that it is ready for you whenever you're ready for it to be used. I have them with my other needles so I don't lose them, because I keep a cover. I keep like a torn up sheet on my machines so they don't get all dusty. But see, we're already on row 15. I'm just on row 16. And you're just going to keep cranking away. So yeah, the more tension you put on your yarn, the tighter your work is going to be too. And if you have a person that you're making a hat for that has a bigger, rounder circumference of their head, you don't want to make a tight hat. You want to make a looser fitting hat, because then it'll stretch even more than a tighter one would. So I'm not moving my whole arm either. I'm just using my wrist to go around with the machine. So it's not as much, it's not as hard on my shoulders and my arm. It's moving my whole arm around. in a circle with the arm of the machine. Okay, now I've got a little bit darker purpley blue going on there. And the next color is like going into more purples than blue. I don't know if you can see those color changes because they're kind of subtle right now. But yeah, it doesn't take very long to make a hat on here. You can make a whole hat in like half an hour. 15, 20 minutes to half an hour at the most. We've already done 32 rounds or 42 rounds on here already. Everybody's really quiet. They're probably just watching and listening to the machine go, hey? Waiting for another color to change here. It's coming. It's coming, the color change. So usually when I get to about 65, 70 rows, my yarn is touching the counter or whatever in the middle. So when I get there, I roll my my hat into like a donut in the center, which adds a little bit of weight to the yarn and helps pull it down a little bit. And then you're not getting it twisting in the center either. You don't want your work to be twisting in the center because it'll pop off all your hooks. It gets too much tension in there. So we just finished 63. Oh, now we're into purple. Okay, so I'm at 75 now. So if I just pull this up just a little bit, and if I just roll this material in the center here a couple times and just let it lay on top like that. So that adds a tiny little bit of weight, but it still will rotate as you're doing it. And you want it to keep rotating. You don't want it to pull. Everybody's so quiet. Where did everybody go? Can you still hear me if I'm talking over here? Oh, brighter purple now. I'm just going to turn you just a smidge so you can see the hooks. There we go. Pretty purple. A lot of purple. Okay, so once your yarn in the center starts hitting the ground again, you can just lift it up again and just keep rolling it so that it sits up top again, and then carry on. think we're due for another color change here soon, hey? Half this hat is going to be purple and blue, and the other half's going to be a whole lot of different colors. This is cool. Oh, you mean the machine? I know, right? I can show you how it does a flat panel too. It's a little bit different when you do a flat panel. You have to really watch your edge stitches because they will come off and they won't sit properly. Are you just smiling, Yolanda, or are you laughing at Joe still? Oh, it's dry in here from talking. Mama's Touch, what is your real name? I think somebody asked who Clumsy Mumsy's name was earlier, but I don't know if she saw that or not. Clumsy Mumsy, are you still in here? What's your real name? Oh, we're changing color. We're doing a fuchsia now. Look at that. I'll just go a little bit slower so you can see. Doing the fuchsia now. So we're at row 124. We just finished row 125 now. I'll probably go to 140 and see what it looks like. And it's really easy if you want to do stripes on here too. You can do a stripe hat and it's super easy and super cool. Smell that fuchsia? Woohoo! Some colors are longer than others. Okay, my yarn is touching again. So we're just going to roll it here. Let it sit up top and carry on. There's my ball yarn. So I can probably get 2 hats out of this one ball of Mandala yarn. Okay, there's row 139. Now when I get back to here, I didn't want to go too far. Okay. So I need my needle now. Where's my needle? Okay. I went here too far. Okay. We're just going to push those back down. So I wanted that last one to catch. That one's fine. Just going to fix that. Put it back over. Okay. So I want that one to catch. Okay. Now, scissors. I'm going to cut a good size length here of yarn. Put that one back in there. I'm going to take the yarn out of the feeder and I want it to go behind this first black hook. Okay. I'm going to thread my needle. Whoops. Like so. So I can do this with my left hand and crank with my right. I know a lot of people can't do that, so you just do it the way you can. But as soon as this first black needle goes down, you want to pick that stitch up off of there with your needle, and you want to pull your yarn through it. And you're going to do that all the way around. You're going to pick this up, and you're going to pull your yarn through. Oh, that one is being stubborn. Okay. So pick that one up. Did I get it? Nope, hang on. Okay, so I missed a couple because they dropped off, that's why. So all you do is you grab a crochet hook. I just like to use a 5.5 or 6. This is a 5. And if I go from up under here, because if you go from the back, you're going to be turning your stitches wrong. Okay, so you're going to get that yarn out of the way. You're going to grab your loop. You're going to pull that line through the loop. You want the purple one, and then the pink one should be last. You're going to pull them through your loop, and then you can grab your yarn needle and go through that pink stitch so you don't lose it again. And then I got to do this with the next one too, because I lost 2 stitches on here. So there's the loop. I'm just going to pull these loops through each other, and that's how you pick your stitches back up. If you lose them, you just want to make sure you get all your lines though. Okay, the pink one should be last. Okay, there's that stitch done. Put my needle down through it. There we go. Okay, so I only lost the 2. So everything should be okie dokie now. All right. Because when I had to reverse there, I lost. But we can straighten those after too when we stretch it. Okay. So when you come back around here, once this one goes down, you pick up your stitch. Okay, and you can pull it off. So we're back on track now. So once you get going, you can actually pick up a couple stitches at a time if you want. Whoops. Hitting everything. Pick up a couple stitches at a time. And pull your yarn through them. Oh, I just want to push this donut back down too so it's not up in the air. It's too much tension on my yarn. Okay. 2 and 3. 2, 3. All the way around. Oops, sorry. There we go. Knocked it with my hand. Okay. And then pick up the next ones. Oh, Mom's home. Oh, I didn't unlock the door. Whoops. Oopsies. Oh, and the dogs are going crazy because she's home. Hello, Mother.
Hello, daughter. What are you doing?
I'm live.
Okay. I'm glad you're live.
No, I'm live on the thing.
I know.
Okay, so we took it off. Here is the end part with the pink. Then it goes the different colors. Okay, and then all you have to do is, I'm going to go back to the start one here. All you have to do is just pull your yarn end to cinch up the bottom. Like so. Cinch up the bottom. Then you're going to put your yarn needle. Hello.
Hello.
There's coffee.
Okay.
How's work?
Oh, it's work. It's work.
It's work.
It's work.
Okay. And then all I do is I go through a couple of these, and I'm just going to wrap my yarn around that needle twice before I pull all the way through, so I can make a knot, and then this end won't come undone. So now you're going to do is you're going to reach up your other arm up through the center of that tube to the end that you just cinched, and you're going to put your yarn needle and your yarn through the center, and you're going to grab that center and you're going to pull it back with you to the other end, like so. So it's doubled. Okay, now you don't need your yarn needle on that blue, so you just take it off. You're going to grab your pink end now, and we're going to start cinching that one up, just like we did with the blue end. Just make sure the blue end is inside the pink end, but your yarn tail is still hanging out for the blue. Okay, so you're just going to cinch this all together so that they're together. And now what I do is I'm going to make sure they're nice and tight, not too tight that your yarn breaks on you, because this is really thin stuff. And you're just going to do a couple, you're just going to tie it a couple times. I do about 3 times to make sure it's nice and secure and they're together. And then I'm going to take both strands of these at one time, and I'm going to put them on my needle together, like so. And then I'm just going to make sure these ends are about the same length, because the pink one's longer than the blue one. There we go. Okay. So all you have to do now, just to make sure that it's extra secure after tying it like that, is you're going to stick your hand up in the center again, and you're going to find the center of the blue one inside, and all you're going to do is you're going to go through the pink close to the hole, and you want to go on the outside of the hole of the blue on the inside, and you're going to pull your yarn through, and you want to go back up through both holes. You got to find with your fingers the hole in the blue and the hole in the pink, And you're going to go back up the center. And you're going to pull it through. Let go. Here we go. Pull it up through. And I'm just going to do that a couple times around just to make sure that it's secure. And I'm going to go down through and then back up through the hole in the center and give it a pull. Give it a pull here. You can do it 2 or 3 times, or you can do it 4 times if you want to do it 4 times. I think you only need like 3 times. I'm just going to put it down through and up through the center again. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're going to tie this off one more time. So all you do is you go through a couple
Back door's open. Go.
loops of yarn.
Go.
Then you're going to put your yarn around twice. And you're going to put a knot in there. Doesn't have to be pretty. You can cover that with a pom-pom. But before you take your yarn off your needle, all you're going to do is you're going to find, you're going to have your yarn in your hand. You're going to, oh, I don't like that knot that we did there. It didn't cinch up very nice. Oh. Okay, so you're going to go in through one of these stitches, but don't go all the way through. You're only going to go halfway through. You're going to go in between both layers of the hat. That's why you want your fingers on the inside so you can feel where it is. And you're just going to wiggle your hook down through. Make sure your yarn stays in the middle. And then you're going to pop it up through one of the holes. Pull it a little bit. Take your yarn off your needle. And as you let go, this is going to go down through the center and it's going to be hidden. You're just going to pull a little bit, let go, and it just disappears in the middle of the hat. So there is our hat. We just made a full toque. So this side is one color, and then if you flip it through, you have a totally different colored hat. So you have a reversible hat, and then you just, oops, let go. Let go, I said. Okay, I just grab those. Okay, we're just gonna pull those. So to make your brim, you're just going to fold up the bottom part of your hat. There's your brim. So there is a full toque made right here on camera, and it's reversible. Okay, so I'm going to maybe start. I have no idea, Joe. That's what I was asking too. I think everybody was just watching really aptly when I was using the knitting machine. Also crocheting a poncho. Nice. Everybody's doing ponchos right now. That's awesome. Okay, so let's do one more here and see if I can get another one out of this yarn. Okay, so my black needle, my first black needle. I'm just going to put the yarn around there, sink it down. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the other one. We're going to go behind and in front of all the hooks, all the way around. This time we're starting with pink. So this row here I don't count as a row. The next one I will. And that's when I'm going to push or turn my numbers back to 0. Okay, so I'm going to put my yarn in the feeder, lock it in place. And once I get to here where it clicks over, okay, so I'm going to reset this to 0. This is my very first round, okay? So I'm not going to actually do any tension on my
No.
yarn.
Okay, go.
And I'm going to start cranking.
Faster, go.
And once you get the feel of it, and you know pretty much what you're doing, you can go faster. Oh, did we drop the hook or something? Maybe not. Oh, looks like one of them didn't catch, maybe. See, this happens quite a bit. So what you do is, because we didn't get very far, we can always just start again. So you just take these off of your hooks for a second. It's a good learning curve. Make sure your door is still closed. Just going to crank it all the way around. It'll drop them all off. And this is where you know to put just a tiny bit more tension on your yarn. Okay, we're just going to get back around to this one because it's still stuck on there. There we go. So all you do is you just unwind it into the bin where I have my yarn. Right down in front of me here. And we'll start again with just a smidge more tension. See, learn as you go, right? And now you know what to do too. Okay, so I find that first black hook again. There it is. Okay. Put my yarn on there. And go around every other hook. So that's probably what happened was I must have missed a hook. And if you don't, whoops, like that, if you don't do every other hook, you will lose your stitch on that hook. So okay, and that should be behind that last white one. There we go. So every other one is caught, and you can check inside where your yarn is. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of tension on here. I'm just going to hold it with my pinky finger and off to the side again. And I'm going to make sure that's hanging. There we go. Okay, so this is row 1. I'm going to reset my timer. There we go. And we're going to start cranking. And just give that beginning one a little tug down again. And that looks much better. There we go. Now I can just keep cranking. You want to try and maintain the same level of tension the whole hat, or it'll look kind of funky.
see 5 people in here now. Who's all in here still? I know Silver Fox says she's just listening and watching because she's crocheting a poncho. Joe says it's really quiet. Amy's probably still listening. Mama's Tex is still in here too. Yolanda, are you still in here? Really? The phone is talking. So do you have a good partner at work?
I had a very good partner at work.
Today was your hump day?
Today was hump day. Yeah, 2 more to go.
So there you go. Do not disturb.
Now my phone will stop talking to me.
Look at it, it's pouring rain again. It's only sunny. It was a little bit sunny there for like a couple hours this afternoon. That was about it.
I don't know if I can get any more light on here, but I can try.
Wait, you're running out of light?
No, it's just because it's behind the box there.
Mm.
That's a little bit better. Just gonna bring my light over here so I can see better. Unless it's too bright. Might be a little bit too bright. There we go. Looks great. Thanks, Dana. Oh, we're changing colors. Look at this. It's coming. It's coming. See with my thumb? There we go. Light green. Orange. Hey, bug, get out of my room. Got some green in here now.
Are you getting into trouble, buddy? Hey, are you getting into trouble? Well, you stay out of there then. And you won't yell at me if you stay out of there.
Oh, Dana says hi, Miss Oldies.
Hi, Miss Dana. Hi, Joe. Hi, everybody.
Mom says hi, everybody. Silver Fox, are you doing the poncho pattern that Dana usually wears on her lives, or are you doing a different one? Okay, let's roll this up a little in the center because we're touching the ground. There we go. Make a donut. Perfect. Take a drink.
That's not part of the tutorial.
It's not part of the tutorial, taking a drink? Why not?
You're a turkey.
What? Talking makes my mouth go dry.
It does.
I have to take a drink once in a while.
You're still turkey.
Silver Fox says she's making a kid's poncho. Oh, that's cool. I can't read crochet pattern, so making it up. Oh, that's even better. One of a kind, original. A lot of green. Big huge stripe of green. We're getting close to another color change. Yeah, I can get 2 hats out of the one mandala ball, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, look, there's a color change coming. I'm going to a blue. Look at that. Right over my thumb. Just gonna put my knee up here to put my arm on. That's better. Rascal, get out of my bedroom. What is with you two? Oh, different shade of blue. Oh, we're dragging now, so let's stop and let's roll this up a bit more here. There we go.
You getting into trouble, buddy?
Both getting into
Huh?
trouble.
You getting into trouble? How come?
How many rows
You're being
for a
bad
hat
boys.
with mandala? The first hat I did 140 rows. 'Cause I like the big brims on them. And this one here, I'm already at 123 rows. So two mandala hats out of one ball, both with 140 rows. But if you were doing like a kid size one, maybe about 100 rows, and you'd probably get at least three. You probably get three at 85, 90 rows to about 100 rows, depends on the age of the kid. You probably get like at least 3 hats out of a ball. Easily. Now, when I sell my hats, I go by how much the ball costs. If you only so 2 hats out of this would get me extra money, because I'd probably, well, it depends on how much the ball of yarn is, right? Like, say if you have a $5 ball of yarn, I would double that for the time that it takes to make that, so it would be a $10 hat. But if you can get 2 hats out of that one $5 ball, and you sell them both for each $10, you're coming out on top big time. It's amazing. So that's exactly what I would do. So, see, and I actually have extra yarn in here, so you could easily make 3 kids' hats for 100 rows, each hat out of one ball of mandala. Hey, Nani. Joe, don't make me come over there. Uh-oh, Joe's in trouble again. Okay, so we are row 40. Okay, so there's my last stitch. I'm just going to take this out of my feeder, close the hatch back up. Now I'm going to cut my, cut my yarn a good length. Where's my scissors? Okay, so I actually have this much yarn left from that whole ball. So you could easily make 3 hats. So 100 rows would probably be like a beanie hat on an adult without like a brim or anything. And you could easily make 3 of them out of one ball of mandala. Easily. So put my yarn needle on my yarn. So yeah, if it was a $5 ball of yarn and you can make 3 of them out of there, then you're making a whole bunch of money extra if you're selling them each for $10. So pick up my stitch. And the next one. Oops, I have a knot in my yarn. How'd you get in there? Tail longer. There we go. Sorry, I keep knocking you all over the place. That's better. Excuse me. Yeah, that's why I go by how much the yarn costs instead of just making a bottom line price for all the hats, because each type of yarn is a different quality of yarn. And if you use like a more expensive type of yarn, then you want to get your money's worth for sure out of that. Why? Oh, I see. Okay, now we can do a few of them at a time here. Oops, I didn't grab that whole yarn. There we go. Good mud? Mom?
Pardon?
Good mud?
Very good mud, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, need my mud. I can hold the work.
Okay, so there's the last stitch off of there.
Oh. Well, there you go. That's even better.
What's that?
Dana says she's selling hats for 15 or more. Even better. There you go. Melanie, I'm going to get me one of these machines and make me some leg warmers. There you go. You can do that too.
Yeah, but the smaller ones you can do like warmers.
No, you can do it with the bigger ones too, because you have to be able to get it over your calf. The little one only has 22 hooks on it. So there. So pink, green, blue, all different colors. So I'm just going to move this a little bit so you can see my hands here. So we're just going to cinch up this end here. Where's my needle? Oh, it's still on here. Okay. Oren, get out of my room and stop licking the carpet. Out. You're being bad.
What are you doing, Moochie? Stop that. You good boy. Where's Wasco?
Probably hiding.
Wasco people.
He was getting yelled at too there for a little bit. Okay, so wrap my yarn around there twice. Cinch it off. There we go. And go down through the hole. Okay, so we're going to grab the pink end, pull it up through to the blue end. There we go. Okay, and now I gotta get my blue one here and start cinching that one up. There we go. Tie them together. Like so. I'm going to cut this yarn a little bit shorter. Okay. Thread my needle. Now, let's see. Do it from the blue side. Whoa, light's going all over the place. Okay, so same as we did before. We're going to go down through here and then back up through the middle of both. Back up through the middle and pull. And do that a couple times around. You can feel your way. Just to make sure it's extra secure. Okay. Now I'm just going to go through a couple of these loops here. And then through this one twice. Okay. Now we're going to find, we're going to go through here. And in between the layers, I can feel them with the fingers. I'll go over here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back down that same hole to put it through there more. And out somewhere else. Okay. Now, I'm going to just pull this a little, cut it off, and it will suck it in. And there's another hat done. So green and blue on one side. And if you flip it, pink and a little bit of green on the other side. So you have your brim. And there's your hat with two different looks to it. Right? Two totally different looks for a hat. And you just made two hats out of one ball and had a bunch of extra left. See? All right. Made a mess. I made a mess. So yeah, that's the knitting machines. Just gonna go back to my black one and move my stitch thing. Okay. Put this lid on here. Shove it back under the chair. All right. Oh, you go back down here, Ducky. My little penguin. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over where it belongs, out of the way. And cover it back up. There we go. All right. Okay. There we go. I'll cover it up. Oh, oh, jeepers. Sorry, guys, you're looking at the ceiling. Hang on, I'll get you back around. Don't get dizzy. I'm going to turn that off now. I'm going to bring this back down here. Sorry, I'm turning you around to face the table. Oh, there we go. Spinning you. Hang on, hang on. Hey, going for a ride. How was that roller coaster for you? Are you dizzy, Nani? There is. Oops. On there. Okay.
Hang on, I gotta rearrange this. Have to flip the camera back around the other way. There we go. See, now you're going to be in the proper place. Okay. I'm going to put this up here. You guys are in the right place again. My garbage in the garbage. There's my leftover yarn. Put my hook away. And my needle so I don't lose them. All right. What do you want, Toad? What do you want, Toad? You're all wet. Little brat. You're outside. Arr, you gonna bite me? Get your foot down. It's short. It's too short. Get your foot down. It's too short. You can't play with me with your feet. Crazy dog. He's full of something. He's full of something. He's full of something. He wants to play. He wants to play. Being a brat. Okay. My ruler back away. So yeah, there's the 2 hats that we just made on the machine. Just going to raise you up just a smidge more. There we go.
Down.
2 different hats,
Down.
1 ball of yarn. That's what's left over. So yeah, pretty cool machines, I tell you. And I have about 7 different ones. You're dizzy? I'm sorry. I warned you, Dana. I warned you. Okay, we're not dizzy anymore. We're all good now. We're not moving anymore. But yeah, so 2 hats. Bam, done. Is anybody else going live tonight on Sunday? I don't know who's going live or not on Sunday. Hang on, I'll be right back. I got to go get a cup of that coffee I made. I made it. I should drink it. It's my coffee. I made it.
Hey, girl. Can you warm up, please?
You want to warm up? Okay. Hang on. I'm a-coming. Take a big, huge gulp before I warm it up.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
You are.
You know, I'm a lunatic, but I'm not crazy.
Crazy.
Yep, loonies, but not crazy.
All right. Coffee.
Alrighty, what am I doing now? Here. Findings. Well, our neighbor dog's barking.
Neighbor's dog. Trying to get everybody going. Rascal! Enough! Definitely shouldn't have named that dog that name.
I know.
Shouldn't have named him Rascal because he's living up to it now.
Yep, he is living up
It's all
to
your
it.
fault you named him.
I did.
It's all your fault.
Yep, my fault. Sure.
All right.
Oh, did your video already post, Dana? And and Denisha already saw it? I'll have to go check it out.
Down.
Mesh poncho. Oh, you finally got your own pattern up now for a poncho? That's awesome. Oh, why is he coming today? He's supposed to come tomorrow.
Who's this?
The one guy for the yard.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm Bobby, the guy that said I was going to come through.
We're trying to get a couple guys to pull all the jungle in our backyard because it's too much. And Mom's back is not good right now, so she can't do any bending at all. And I don't want to do it all myself either, because it's way too much. Because I've tried that before a few times, and you get like a quarter of it done or half of it done, and then you're pooped, and then the next thing you know, it's raining days on end, and then it all grows back before you even know it, and you start at square one again. So there's a couple of guys that come into the store that I work at, and they said they would love to pull our weeds for us, and I'm like, hey, you can go for it all you want.
Get in.
Oh. So I think they're here just to look at the backyard right now.
Yeah, they said they were coming yesterday, but now they just said come today.
You can't go through the side one though.
No, I'm going through the back.
Oh, they're going around the alley.
Yeah, they're coming around the back.
I think Toad's out there still, Mom. Just to get the dogs in the yard so we can open the gates. They want to look at the backyard so we can get rid of these weeds and then spray to keep them away. You haven't published it yet? Oh, it's almost ready. But you made the video for it though. That's awesome. That's one step, hey? Oh, the dogs are going crazy because Mom's outside and they're locked inside. But yeah, hopefully these guys will do this for us at a really cheap rate. So, because they're not any contractor or anything, they're just two guys that wanted a job to do. So, yeah. And if they want to pull those dang weeds, they can have it. Yeah. My back hurts just thinking about it too. So, good on them. It'll give them something to do, right? And if they're willing to work, go for it. I don't mind giving a couple older guys something to do. So I think I'm going to end this live here. It's almost ready. Oh, good. End this live here because somebody else is probably on live. And then hopefully if somebody else goes on live tonight, if Dana goes on live or something tonight, or I think Kathy goes on live Sundays, doesn't she? We can pop over and we'll meet up in their lives. So, and then I'm going to try and go live on Monday because I got to check out my YouTube web cameras live because I'm running out of time on StreamYard because you only get 20 hours a month unless you pay, and then you get unlimited. But I don't know if I want to pay because I have to find out how much it is first. So, but yeah, and then let's see if I can figure out what's going on with my YouTube, why I can't go live on there. So yeah. Anyways, I'm happy to show everybody all my little nifty tricks and gadgets and all that stuff. So I'm hoping you enjoyed these 3 hours and 20 minutes. Sheila, hello. How are you? And hardcore lurking this whole time. That's okay. That's all right. A lot of people just like to sit back and just listen and watch, and it's totally up to you. It doesn't matter. You don't have to come in and talk if you don't want to. Denisha, you're so excited. Woohoo. Oh, about her poncho. But anyways, so thank you for coming to my frog pond. Oh, you're more than welcome. I don't normally come on Sundays, but I if I have time, like on my days off, I'll try and do some lives and everything. You're welcome, Silver Fox. Anytime. I do my normal lives on Monday night at 7:30 my time, so mountain time. So if you're an hour or 2 hours ahead or behind or whatever, you have to adjust. But if I set the timer, it should show up in your time if you're subscribed to me and you have the bell for notifications hit. You will get notified when I do post any videos and stuff. Everybody's welcome. You are all welcome. Joe's really quiet. I know, right? It's very unlike him. Very, very scary. That scary. But anyways, thank you all so much for coming to my frog pond. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so and hit the thumbs up. Every little bit helps. And I will see you, if not tonight, tomorrow night in my Monday Night Live. Good night, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy every minute that you have. Bye.